What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Yeah, it'd go quick. Almost forgot to put my finger up. If you're not feeling what I'm saying, don't waste your time with me. Seriously, don't waste your time on this channel. Now, I've said that a lot of times because you get some guys and they ain't really feeling what I'm saying. They complaining about women. Let me get into that for a second. There are many guys, many commenters who will come on here and say, well, I don't like women. I don't like this. I ain't getting women. Dude. If you're not going to listen to what I'm saying or you got problems with women, I got two other channels for you to check out. I'll put them both in the description box. My Deep Thought channel, though I'm gonna hit some relationship stuff next week, but on a deeper level, and my Money channel. Check out those channels. In fact, I've had some people tell me straight up that they prefer those channels. And you know what? I ain't get mad at them. I was like, okay. Because you got some dudes, they like, you know what? And I've had that several times. They say they like my Deep Thought channel better. They like my Money channel better. They ain't really feeling anything I'm saying on here. You know what? I ain't get mad at them. I respected that. In fact, I remember a few years ago, I said something is wrong if, like, after 5 years, and it's been more than 5 years, I'm still talking about relationships. I mean, damn, how many ways I can say body game? I don't know. But you get some guys getting on here for that. But see, my issue is you get some guys and they want to complain about women. And I'm like, dude, don't do that. Like, I remember I had this dude I knew, right? And it was on one of my 1,000 jobs. And this one young lady didn't want to get with him. He was trying to get with her. She didn't want to get with him. He was like, I'm going to leave women alone. And then 6 months later, dude married to a woman who had a child. I'm like, wait a minute, dude. You know, one of the things I dislike is wasting time. If you ain't feeling what I'm saying, you ain't down for what I'm saying, don't even take the time to even comment. Because I'm famous for deleting a comment if I don't like it. And I don't have no problems. I admit to it. And one of the reasons I do that is this is for the true riders. This is for the wolves. I don't have time. I don't have time to go back and forth with somebody who's feeling. I ain't going to try to convince somebody. Like, I always remember there was this one dude wanted me to convince him to buy my stuff. I was like, fuck that. You either want it or you don't. I don't go hard. I don't go hard. It was like, if you ain't feeling what I'm saying, I'm not going to try to convince you. I'd rather spend my time and energy dealing with people who feeling what I'm saying, who getting something from what I'm saying. Seriously. Shoot. Because I don't have time for it. And you shouldn't have time for it. Because you got, like on YouTube, you got millions of people on YouTube. Millions. You got millions of people on YouTube. And even if you were looking for somebody who's going to go in on women, right? Really go in on women. You got plenty of content creators who are going to do that. Everybody can find whatever they like. If you ain't liking what I'm saying, anybody else saying, don't try to change their mind. Indeed, I've had some people, they saying some stuff like, I'm going to stop doing some shit. No, I ain't going to stop doing it. Dude, first of all, like on a very practical level, I'm getting some money for this. Why would I stop doing something that's paying my bills? Use some common sense. I would never ask somebody or try to convince somebody to do something. Or, I guess sometimes I get some people say, well, you should talk about this or this or this, or this what you need to do. Delete, block. Don't waste your time. And, the overall message of this is, as a man, don't waste your time with bullshit. If you don't like something, don't waste your time. Now, there's been some videos, plenty of videos I might have seen, and I ain't like what they were saying. In most cases, I wouldn't watch the whole thing. I wasn't feeling it. And I definitely, even if I disagreed with somebody, I didn't feel the need to let them know I disagreed. Because it was bad enough that I'm giving them the views. It was bad enough. And that's the most of them would do. And even then, there's been some people whose channels I've actually blocked. I blocked, and they have no idea who I am. Because I said, I don't want to see this shit. Because sometimes when I'm even, like on YouTube, when I'm going through, you know how they got like some of these short videos or whatever, and you start going through them. And if I start seeing somebody's stuff that I don't like, I'll be like, don't show me this anymore. Don't show me this. Because the way the algorithm work, if you don't like one thing, but you continually watching it, they're going to show you more of the same thing. Now, I'm specifically I'm giving a philosophy on man gets woman, at least on this channel. Now, if you're not interested in it, I get a little bit deeper on my Deep Thought channel, where I'm really talking about just the philosophy of using your brain to think about things. And then on my money channel, I'm talking about different businesses you can get into and just having that wealth mindset, managing your money, things of that nature. Which ironically doesn't get the attention that it should. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I had to look up here to see if we had any po-po. That's one of their spots. I haven't seen them there in a while. Whatever the case. But here's the thing. Seriously, here's the thing. If you don't like something on here, or it don't have to be my channel, anybody's stuff, don't get mad about it. And even because I've had a couple people, I had one person, I ain't gonna mention who they are, they were talking trash about me all the time. And people were wondering why I didn't get mad. I'm like, they advertising for me. Because 3 things are going to happen if somebody else talk trash. 3 things. 1, they're going to get some people who are going to agree with them. And that's cool. That's going to happen. You look, first of all, going through life, everybody ain't going, I don't give a shit how perfect you think you are, what you think got going on. Everybody ain't going to like you. That's just something in life. Damn, girl. Hey. Damn. Go ahead. She had that butt. I was about to pull over. Anyway. Like, okay, you got somebody, they gonna agree with somebody talking trash about you, right? 2, you gonna get some people who ain't gonna agree. They know who they talking about. They ain't gonna agree. They're gonna be like, why you talking shit about him? They might even say something about it. Like, there was one, I ain't gonna say the content creator's name, but he was saying some stuff, and people coming on there saying, nah, they were talking about me. And they were like, yeah, we met him. He's cool peoples. He's cool peoples, right? And then 3, and this the most important one in my eyes, they're going to be like, who's this person? They're going to look it up. Because I remember, like, years ago, before there was even a YouTube, there was a woman on, it was on, what was it on? It was on, y'all remember there was old, message board, blackvoices.com. And she was talking some serious trash. And it was a woman talking some trash, but then another woman said, let me see what he about. See, that's the third thing. That's like advertising. I'm like, shit, you could put my name out there. That's advertising. That's why you notice, like, for the most part, unless it's like just somebody super, like somebody just at some super level, I don't put out the names of any content creators I don't like, or I don't like their stuff or what they're talking about. You notice I don't, because I'm like, I don't want that third thing to happen. I don't want to advertise for them. I don't want to give them that depth. I'm just not going to watch them. That's all to it. That's it. I mean, that's it. I'm not going to advertise for them. But my thing is this, though. Y'all notice I don't be like, share, and subscribe, right? Y'all notice I don't say that. You either like it or you don't. If you want to share it, you either want to share it or you don't. If you want to subscribe, you notice. Even though I got over 100,000 subscribers, you notice on this particular channel, I have never said subscribe. Now, for my other channels, I've said subscribe just to get to that point I can make money. But you notice even after that, because my feeling is this. I'd rather deal with some people who are really down for what I'm saying, who getting something from it. I'd rather deal with somebody who's actually getting something from it. They engage in body game. They trying to improve themselves. They checking out my other channels. I'd rather have that. Somebody who ain't down for it, it's like, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting energy? All you doing is adding to my algorithm, if you even comment. And then YouTube itself, they'll have certain comments. You'll say certain things, and it won't show up. It won't show up in my main thing. It'll show up. It'll hold the comment and let me check it out. Why waste time? Why waste the energy? Like, there was this one dude, I never forget, and this was a long ass thing. Wasted all this time, had like going hard against me. I ain't gonna say exactly how, but they were going hard against me. And they had this they had like links, everything. I mean, this was some long ass shit. This was one of those things, it'd take you maybe not a minute to read. It'd take you maybe about a good 15 minutes to read it. It's like some long shit. And I'm like, why? Delete, block. It's like, why would you waste time? If you ain't feeling somebody, if you ain't feeling me, you ain't feeling anybody, why waste time? Why waste time? Like, as a man or a woman, spend your time like working on your own shit. Spend your time doing stuff that is beneficial to you. If you ain't feeling something on this channel, that's cool. And I actually respect that. I don't need everybody, because my shit ain't for everybody. Right? And nobody's shit is gonna be for everybody. Everybody's at different places in their lives. Then you need to really just stay there. Just deal with what you're going to deal with. Deal with where you at, where you going. And if you don't like somebody's stuff, you just don't like it. Because you have a choice. Even, okay, like, I'll use myself again. I'm not holding a gun to anybody's head to watch my videos. I was like, if you don't, you don't. If you don't watch the videos, you don't watch the videos. If you ain't feeling something, you ain't feeling something. But see, you get some people, they think they doing something. And I'm like, why? Why waste the time? Why waste the energy? Focus on what you could be doing. Focus on what you could be building. Focus on making your money. Focus on where you could be. You know? You know, you got people worried about content creators they will never meet. And even then, say that content creators, one of those big ones, be doing like live events or something. Why are you spending money trying to even talk to them? Why are you going to even waste that time? And I do mean waste that time. Nah. The only thing you need to be doing is focus on building yourself and finding who you could listen to, who you could watch, who have a program that's doing good for you. And ultimately, I'm going to tell you what, ultimately you have to decide that. And you know what? Nobody online may not have a program for you, so maybe you need to read some books or something. Or you might need to probably listen to somebody in the real world. Or whatever the case, you got to figure out, okay, what works for you, what don't work for you, right? Like if what I'm saying, like I said about body game, like I talk about that a lot. If body game don't work for you, okay. I'm still waiting for somebody to say, you know what, I did body game, it didn't work for me. I'm still waiting for somebody to say that. Because I don't be getting that. I be getting like testimony and stuff. If it don't work for you, if my philosophy don't work for you, don't get mad. Don't get mad. I'm not going to change anything for anybody. Because look, here's one thing with me. Because I'm also famous for not taking requests outside of Patreon. And even on Patreon, it depends what's said, and even then, it'll be done on Patreon. And the reason why is I have an agenda. I'm going to stick with it. Now, if you ain't down with my agenda, that's cool. That's really cool. Or if you ain't down with anybody's agenda, that's cool. Keep going. You're not going to change anything. You're not going to change, like with myself, you're not going to change my mind. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And if I stop doing something, or if I don't talk about something, I'm only going to do it because I don't want to do it. Because one thing with me, and just growing up, I was a hard-headed little boy. Smart little boy, but I was hard-headed. I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was a family member, whatever. Lived according to my rules. And indeed, when I talk about like being a sovereign man on Saturdays, that's part of sovereignty. You're living according to your rules, your code. So I'm not gonna lie, you can't be like, well, you should do this or that. Block, delete. That's how I'm going to be. So it's like, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. And I've said that several times. I said, shit, I don't care if I lose some subscribers. And there've been times I've lost some subscribers. I could tell. I was like looking. And I was like, okay, bye. Because, every single time I've lost subscribers, I always get them back in the next day. But I'm really sincere. I wanted y'all, like anybody who, I want you to get something from what I'm saying. I want it to work. Like the thing that anybody tells me is that what I've told them worked. That's what's most important to me. Like, whether I talk about body game, what I talk about on my other channels, I want it to work. When I get some guys saying, like on my money channel, I had a guy a few years ago, he said he had started a food business. I was like, that's great. Or guys saying, this has really helped me to do something. That's what I want to hear. And if it's not helping you or something, you don't have to say anything, just go. I'm not going to change anything. I'm not going to do anything. Even when I change my mind on something. Because I remember one incident, right? Because I remember when Beard Game, I did this video saying, Beard Game ain't going to last. Years ago. Yeah, I was wrong. And somebody even said that to me, you going to delete that video? No. No, the reason why I said what I said at that moment. And if I'm wrong, I'll say I was wrong. I was wrong on that one. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think it would last. But it did. But I ain't gonna delete that video for one reason. In fact, I can count the number of videos I've deleted. I think I've deleted maybe 4 videos. And all the videos I've had, I've only deleted 4 videos. 2 of them I was really going in on somebody. I was like, I don't need to leave that. One was with an ex-girlfriend. I ain't going out with her anymore, so I said I don't need to leave that up. And another one, man, it was some about the music. I was like, hold up, I ain't realized this music belonged to somebody. I got it from somebody else. Then that I was like, you know what? I don't need that video. Other than that, I was just like, if I say something, I stick with it. Even if I'm wrong about something, I ain't gonna delete something. I'm gonna keep going with it. But that's just me. Yeah. But yeah, if you don't like what I'm talking about, stay off the channel. Don't say anything. I ain't gonna lose sleep. I don't be crying. Like I said, I'm like, bye. I want you to get something from it. If you ain't getting something from what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it at all. All right. So, it is what it is. It's just like I say, every man is not gonna get every single woman. You don't need to. I want the crew. I want the riders. I want the wolves. My shit ain't for everybody. And now I'm good with that. All right? So anyway, that's all I got for today. I just said I needed to talk about that. Because you get some dudes, they be getting on. I'm like, why are you wasting your time? When all I do is hit one button and delete. Why waste time? I don't waste my time with anybody who ain't doing something I don't need or I don't want. All right? I don't waste my time. So anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. I'll get back with y'all. Peace.